the debt showdown. So many Americans responded to the president's plea to contact Congress. Websites all over Capitol Hill crashed.
And that call to action was sparked by some pretty extraordinary political finger-pointing, all of it playing out on primetime TV. ABC's John Hendren joins us now from Washington. Good morning, John.
Good morning, Rob. Good morning, Tanya. As he left the Capitol just hours ago, House Speaker John Boehner was overheard saying, "I didn't sign up for this going mano a mano against the President of the United States." But you might have been fooled if you had watched this extraordinary primetime face-off. It was an appeal over Republicans' heads to their bosses, the American people.
The American people may have voted for divided government, but they didn't vote for a dysfunctional government. So I'm asking you all to make your voice heard. If you want a balanced approach to reducing the deficit, let your member of Congress know.
The consequences of failing to raise the nation's debt limit when it runs out on August 2nd, the president said, would be catastrophic.
Interest rates would skyrocket on credit cards, on mortgages, and on car loans, which amounts to a huge tax hike on the American people.
And he leveled blame.
The only reason this balanced approach isn't on its way to becoming law right now is because a significant number of Republicans in Congress are insisting on a different approach, a cuts-only approach.
The leader of those Republicans, House Speaker John Boehner, made it a showdown. He gave no ground, saying it is the president and Democrats who are blocking a deal by refusing to back the plan of House Republicans.
The sad truth is that the president wanted a blank check 6 months ago, and he wants a blank check today. This is just not going to happen.
A face-off that revealed a stalemate with no apparent progress. Democrats still want the nation's debt ceiling raised through the end of 2012. Republicans still want a short-term deal with no tax hikes. In other words, nowhere close to a deal, and the clock is running out. Rob and Tanya.
And John, the truth is both of these men, Boehner and Obama, have had to compromise, but ultimately have to answer to their own parties, don't they?
That's right. President Obama has shown a willingness to cut back on entitlements like Social Security and Medicare. Boehner, according to Democrats at least, has been willing to allow some tax increases, but House Republicans simply have not gone along. Democrats say they have moved more, and in fact, the latest bill by Senator Harry Reid, it says no tax hikes in it. Rob and Tanya.
And John, what was the president trying to do or trying to say to the American public last night?
Well, first of all, he was trying to pressure Republican voters, to call Republicans by rallying them, getting them to call the Capitol. As you said, that's worked a little bit, shutting down some websites. He's also rallying his own base. But if it all fails, he wants to turn a loss into a political gain by blaming Republicans, as Clinton did with the government shutdown of the mid-90s.